Go.
Big up the URT. You are the URT. Welcome to the URT.
Come on.
Hold tight the URT. Wherever we are, people. Big up, love. We got my man here with Saeed. We just watched. Saeed, just tell him about
Barcelona, man. Newcastle. We also watched Man City and Napoli, but the main one was Marcus Rashford, man. 2 goals. I mean,
he's cold
Nuruddin.
as ice.
He's cold as ice.
Trust me, Marcus Rashford, superb header. We've never seen at United.
Yep, absolutely.
That
never
level
seen
of
it
header.
United.
We've never seen that Manchester United, man.
Absolutely
but the
amazing.
second goal, we have seen those type of goals for United. But superb in and off the bar. That's going to go on the YouTube highlights for
100%.
years to come.
100%.
For Barcelona. Man of the match tonight for him as well. Newcastle huffed and puff, got one back, but the game was the game, man. Napoli got a red card in the first half. The game is dead. They've won the league in a walking football league, mate. They're never going to stand up with the pace and the Premier League.
Never.
And the type of players that Man City have, especially attacking-wise. But big up to them. They won. It's fair and square. They won. But one thing we did realise, that Pep taking off all the big stars as soon as we went 2-0 up, resting them for the weekend. We shall be here on City TV, hopefully, for that. For a watch along. It's going to be interesting on Sunday. But listen, we're making this video, people. Most of United fans I've spoken to, the reason why I'm making this video, Said, because when I'm out and about, most United fans I'm speaking to, everybody's heads emotionally were on the floor. Come to Manchester United, everybody's on the floor. Everybody's watching the midweek games, Tuesday, Wednesday night, tonight, Thursday night, Champions League galore. Manchester United's name nowhere to be seen. Manchester United had a history being synonymous, a heritage, significant things that happened to our football club. Really, really important, coincides with the Champions League, or what used to be the European Cup, which is now the Champions League. The question we're asking is, when can Manchester United get to the top again? When do you see Manchester United? You asked me that question, not knowing that the title of this video, during a watch along, you asked me that question, and I said we need to save it for this video. Saeed, I'm asking you the question. Manchester United have been in the doldrums. I'm one of these people. I look at things context and historically, right? So when I'm putting the context and the historic nature of where we are right now. There's always, every action is a reaction.
Of course.
Whatever action, there's a reaction. Decisions that have been made by this football club has got us to where we are right now, Saeed. Let me tell you something. Manchester United sacked David Moyes when he was 7 months. Manchester United sacked Van Gaal when he won a cup. He put a trophy down and they sacked him. He finished 5th on goal difference to Pep Guardiola's first season. Manchester United, they sacked Jose after he won 2 trophies, even though the football was dreadful. And to be fair, at the end, he wanted to get sacked. He wanted to get sacked. They didn't back him. They didn't back him, and he wanted to get sacked. We got Oli. So how many we get there?
Moyes.
Van Gaal. Mourinho. Oli. Ten Hag. You know what happened? Manchester United are now on their 6th full-time manager. Stroke coach. 6 full-time in the last 13 years. We've also had, I think, another 6 or 5 interims. Remember, we had 2 interims.
Yeah, of course.
We had Ranier and then Michael Carrick. So we had 6 interims and then 6 full-time managers. And now, in the last 13 years, this is our record. We've seen the financial figures come out. We've seen one of the big things of 36 million was spent on getting rid of Dan Ashworth, Eric Ten Hag, and Eric Ten Hag's coaches. So Saeed, I'm asking you the question. Is Manchester United sustainable financially with the debt that we're in to be in a footing to be able to come back when they're paying managers out than any other club in the Premier League at this moment in time?
The thing is, right, we've seen it with the revenue figures yesterday. Man United are making money. So Man United right now, when you look at it from that point of view, they have money. So it's not as if they're broke. He lied to us. He said we're broke. Man United record revenues. Whether you believe that was because of the Europa League, I think the real figures will be next year when we're not in the Champions League, not in anything. This will be the real.
And by the way, the real details of the full report will be out in a month and a half's time.
There you go.
And then we'll be able to study through all the details. This here is just this was the headlines.
This is the headlines, of course.
But the
This
real
is a bit,
report will be out where we can
Yeah,
see exactly
yeah,
what's happening.
yeah.
But go ahead.
So United have got the money. They want to sack the managers and whatnot. Problem is though, the payout is the key thing here. Can United afford to pay out 12 million to the manager, bro?
And 8 million for his coaches, apparently.
Yeah, 8 million for his coaches.
20 million.
And then, so the 20 million plus the 10 million that's going to be needed for the new manager who's at a football club right now. Unless you've got Southgate or whoever, which we don't want at all. So to get someone out of a contract, you're going to have to play a release clause. Most managers now on a release clause. Iriola's on a 10 million release clause. Eddie Howe, I believe, was on a release clause as well. So you have to pay some money for a manager's right. So in that regards, like, are they looking at this thinking, yo, is this a bit too much in terms of money? Are we giving out a lot of money out? Like, what's the plan? Like, we have to be careful here.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to spend too much money. You know what I mean, bro? Like, we don't want to give out too much money out. So do we then say to ourselves, yo, let's give the money out. Let's do this. Let's do that. Or do we say, you know what? Let's give him time. And that's what it's looking like right now. We've seen it. Athletic report saying, yo, Jim Ratcliffe is looking to give money is looking to give time and work out through the problems. I don't know whether now they're looking for a different approach to Glazers and they want to be seen as people who have a bit of common sense, who look towards maybe finding solutions rather than just sacking people. But the thing is, equally,
objectively, you would think that's a reasonable stand.
Yeah, but really and truly, in this one, it's not because we're failing, and by you keeping him on, you're damaging not only him but Man United. You're effectively, making it worse rather than making a stance, make an executive decision, make it early. I always think people who are at the top businesses, right? They make decisions that people might not want to like, yeah, but it's for the betterment of the company or betterment of the environment, right? These lot here are doing something now that is a detriment to Man United. We know it's not good enough, but why are you waiting around? What's this, all this PR? Like, what's all of this kind of like, because you always keep saying, oh, you're giving people 2 years. Yeah. You always keep talking about, oh, you're going to do this and that. Like, What is it? What are you trying to do? You get what I'm trying to say, Lorenzo? Yeah. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, 100%. Saeed, this is the biggest thing for me. Objectively, you would think that they're not going to try to panic.
Yeah.
But when you think about the damage that is doing from the form that's continued from last season to this season and the lack of improvement, it's there for everybody to see. Now, some people will say, you know what, he's not got the front three that he had bought for him all together.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
It's going to take time for them to gel. Yes, objectively, you could say that. But in the ways that, to me, the club cannot... That's what I'm saying, Saeed. If you are going to get an Amorim, that needs specific type of players for his specific type of football that you backed for him to play, then you're getting him. You can't be half pregnant. You can't do half rebuild. The problem with this football club, the reason why all of those managers got sacked and the reason why Amorim's under pressure, because the club does everything halfway. You got to do a proper rebuild. The only coach that we gave the money to was Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And look at the trust that my guy bought us at the end of the day. I just genuinely think that we have to accept there's something rotten at the core of Manchester United where coaches and all the players are failing. It can't be all the coaches and it can't be just all of the players. There's something rotten. And that's what I'm always campaigning for, the reset. But I want to come back to you and ask you another question. One of the details that they've kept out more in this report, because the headlines was Manchester United make money. Yes, Manchester United sacked about 450 people, nearly 500 people. Manchester United have upped the ticket prices. Now, the game on Saturday, for the big six clubs in this country, when Manchester United play the big six clubs, Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, I've said Spurs. Who else? I'm missing out. Liverpool. Yeah. When we play them, you can get a ticket from the club £90.
Wow.
Whether you're a kid, whether you're disabled, whether you're a pensioner.
A pensioner.
£90, right? So this is what they're doing. Now, internationally, we show the figures. Manchester United selling shirts. You know what it is, because coming to Old Trafford is like a big thing for them, yeah?
Yeah,
so they're making money from that. But they made money, and they're record-breaking money from the stadium. They made the amount of people that come to the stadium, and that's record-breaking, the amount of revenue gate that they've took. Because they've upped the prices, yeah? And the club also, let's not forget, are selling other teams to be able to go and buy off the website, £500, £400. We saw that Galatasaray. We saw it in the Champions League. We saw it in the Europa League. Rangers fans sitting with United fans.
Yep.
And the United have become a tout in tickets.
Touting tickets, yeah.
Giving
Because
up
they're giving, they're selling. It's look at now. They've done a new tier system for tickets now, where the highest tickets now are costing £90, whereas before Jim Racker said it would have been more than £66. But now look at him.
Look how it is. So that's the person what they made money. But Saeed, the credit line, Manchester United already own 300 million because of the Casemiro and all of that.
The transfer,
And then we open a new credit. How much more can a club that's £1 billion in debt already open more credit lines? How can more, Saeed? I'm asking you, can that be sustainable in the wrong without seeing the scene, the improvement on the football pitch?
The problem is now though, it's still early on though. It's still early in terms of Man United. Like, don't get me wrong, we've been rubbish here, but we've kind of papered over cracks with Europa League runs, Champions Leagues, etc. Now there's a full season without no Carabao Cup. If we get kicked out of the FA Cup early, who knows? And then it's only Premier League games. And the Premier League games already. If you play like this, if people are gonna want to come to the stadium.
Now, people, that's the maddest thing. People would always.
No, but if United was to say, for example, now, by let's say, for example, February, March, you're out the top 5, you're out of this, you're out of that.
We're 14th. We're 13th or 14th. We're the bottom half of the table.
People will give out their tickets, man, and say, yo, listen, I don't want to come anymore.
To be fair, we did see that a little bit last season, didn't we?
We did. You seen it?
Yeah, we did.
The crowd was empty, bro.
Yeah, we did.
So it's right now. They're seeing I think this, for me, this money that we've raised revenue wise is a reflection of the Europa League last season. Because everyone wanted to tune into Man United because we were banter. Now, one season without Europa League, it's going to be the reflection on it next year. Will be
massive
significant.
Financially, Financially, it will be a massive. It will be, because that's what Manchester United have now become with the figures released. Manchester United have become, in terms of through the gate receipts, they've become the club that in English football history has made the most.
Yeah, of course.
So that is fundamentally going to drop. And some people are saying, why don't they just get the women's to play? At least 40,000 people.
You know what? Why
midweek.
Champions Leagues?
Yeah, let them play.
You know what? I reckon they'll do it,
Let them play.
I reckon they'll say, you know what? We're not in the Champions League. Let the women's play in midweek.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? We'll pay for it. We'll do whatever.
Saeed, Manchester United are banking on hypotheticals. If we do this, if we do that. The reality is, in the last 13 years, Manchester United have got worse and worse and worse. And yet again in the summer, they failed to recruit in a position where it's the most vital in world football. How do you justify that, Saeed? How can the club justify and now blame it all on Amorim when they haven't got the midfield players to be able to play his system?
Yeah, but the thing is, right, I think ultimately the system is what's costing us. I think either way, I think for me, we're looking at midfields too much, because we're not doing well in terms of attack. We're not doing well defensively.
Saeed, because we're getting exposed in midfield. That's the reason why.
Yeah, I hear that.
On the Oli, we were getting exposed on midfield.
Yeah.
On the Ten Hag, we're getting exposed on the midfield. This ain't personal to Amorim.
No, I get it.
This is not personal to Amorim.
But I think for me, though, like, signings also aren't quick fixes, man. We've seen it. How many signings have we bought in Northern? I don't think it's down to signings, man.
No, Saeed, but it's a neglect. Manchester United in the last 13 years have neglected one position.
But we're also looking at ideas of, like, signings will fix everything, bro. Like, it won't, bro. Like,
no, 100. Listen,
to
me, it's a bit by it. It's coaching. It's developing. It's about buying quality, really good quality.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when I look at this, the idea that the trust that certain fans have, I know that I'm not saying you do, but certain fans have this idea in Ineos. The guy doesn't own the club fully, so he can't make all of the decisions, right? And Manchester United in a ownership, in a combined ownership, when you've got a guy who's only got 28% to take control of the football club, it's really that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
That's not sustainable.
True.
That is not sustainable. And when I ask myself the question, I've asked you, and I'll ask you again: when do you see Manchester United coming back? I think the biggest taboo, and I'll answer it first, but the biggest taboo is the debt. The debt is like this heavy weight hanging around our neck, this noose that's hanging around our neck, on our necks. And majority of people and journalists and majority of those people covering Manchester United, you're cowards because you don't ever talk about the debt, the £1 billion in debt. Now, in big business, people go, well, you can have debt and still, as long as you can pay the debt back, you can. Over £30 million a season, Saeed, that could be put into the football club, goes to that servicing the debt that was taken out by the Glazers when they bought this football club. So to me, when I ask myself that question, unless something miraculous happens with the ownership, the debt is cleared. Manchester United are not coming back anytime soon. And the new generation of fans are going to be supporting the likes of Liverpool and Man City, and we're going to be left behind. Now, I don't want to sound as negative. I'm always realistic. Me and you 6 years ago having a question. 6-7 years ago having a question. When can Manchester United win the league? And what did I was saying to you? Maybe a decade.
Yeah, decades past now. Nearly decades past.
Decades past. So when I'm asking you, Saeed, when do you see Manchester United? It's all about opinions.
Yeah.
When do you see Manchester United coming back and competing for the biggest trophies in the land?
Not for at least the next 3 years, no. Not at least for the next 3 to 5 years.
But how much are we going to fall behind if that's not happening?
Oh, massively, because now you're going to see the likes of Bournemouth, Brightons and all that get near to us, man. Maybe even Sunderland, who knows? If they recruit the way they recruited right now and they stay in the league, who knows? They could be bigger than us.
The idea that we can catch Man City or Liverpool or Arsenal.
Boy, that was one of the worst City teams I've seen as well. And yet still they managed to do it. So yeah.
100%. Listen, people.
Big up everyone, man.
Listen.
Smash the likes on the video.
Smash the like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. At the end of the day, we're in the doldrums. We're in the doldrums for a reason.
Support the channel, man.
Yeah.
We're shadow banned.
Listen, we're shadow banned. You know, Zionism. We're fighting against Zionism. Big up to the United Nations for having the courage to call it out.
Finally.
What it is a genocide. Most of us knew it within the first 3 to 6 months. And by the way, the death toll, they reckon it's up almost 700,000 people have been slaughtered in that strip of land, right? What used to be before even the war started, before they started killing them, merciless, like they're killing them in the tons and thousands, was the biggest open-air prison in the world. Was the siege, 20-year siege. So, free Lebanon, free Kenya as well. Kenya, Somalia, free everybody, man. Free everybody from Congo to Sudan to Haiti to everywhere where people are oppressed. Militarism, colonization, imperialism, we will stand against it. Love and light, Jim Glazer, Joe Glazer, Ineos, Glazers, get out of this football club. Manchester United need a complete reset. Peace, love, and light, people. Make sure you check Saeed out.
Up, man.
Saeed's going to be on the Big Six, so make sure you check him out. Subscribe to Saeed. He's nearly there on 200K, man. Hardest working man.
Thank you, man.
I know in YouTube, people. Put some respect. And yeah, catch us tomorrow night. We'll be live for the preview Chelsea. Peace, love, light.
Bloody hell. What's preview nowadays, eh?
Is Garnacho coming to murder us?
Wow.